I'm really impressed with how well everyone is doing. I know it's hard, but people really seem to be rising to the occasion. Makes me feel like people really give a shit, you know?
Would all off-duty guards return to the perimeter at once? I repeat, all off-duty guards must return to the perimeter.
Okay, I think we are live. We should be all good. What's going on, everybody? Post this around and we will get started right away.
Whatever you need, Agent. I've got it. Come take a look.
Hey, John, how you doing? Welcome in. How you doing? Alright, got that on the community tab. And I will put it on Twitter and we will be all good. Hello everybody. Bob, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Okay. Doing quite well, thank you for asking. It's been a very busy few days with everything going on with the game. Just trying to, ramp up what's going on there, but I'm doing well, thank you.
People surprise you. Every day, I'm surprised.
Sandy, how you doing? Welcome.
How many people are willing to put their lives on the line to save a
Okay.
stranger?
Get that done.
And I'm just thankful I can be a tiny part of
And we should be good. I'm excited for this update to go live on console. The Heartbreaker gear set looks epic. I agree. 100%. Very excited for that. Yeah, I'm a big AR fan, so it's hard for me not to be excited. Dang it, I missed the prime spot for this convoy. So what we're going to do in this stream is that the PTS confirmed to us that the expertise system does indeed take pre-existing materials to upgrade your gear. So I made a video a while ago saying that would be a good thing to spend your time on before the new update, is to save up your SHD points. And so now that we have confirmation that they're using existing materials and not new ones, I'm going to further prop up how many points I have available to, yeah, as soon as the update goes live, pump as many points in materials as I can so that we can get that power flow going. I've not played at all today, so we'll see how long it takes me to warm up here. It's solid. Unfortunately, this build is going to have to change as soon as the update goes live, because I'm using the shield and intimidate, which are both getting nerfed. But that's okay. Where do they spawn from here? Right there. Can't wait for the new updates. I love the Division 1 and 2. Me too, Bob. The grind never stops, Wayne. Yeah, well, this is really just a continuation of a grind that I've been doing for a few months. But now that we know that it's gonna work properly, I want to do as much as I can in the time we have remaining. Can I hit your fire pack? Thank you. Before the update goes live. So yeah. Delta. What is up, my dude? Okay, I think that's all for that one. Cloud, hello. What's in the new update? Well, we got word that we're getting content all year, so there's going to be updates and, you know, content throughout the year. This upcoming one, Title Update 15, is going to bring Season 9 with new, you know, story and changes to the seasonal structure that have yet to be revealed to us. It's bringing a new PvE game mode called Countdown, which I have videos of already on the channel if you want to check that out, and a new progression system called the Expertise System, which is basically a new way to upgrade and power up your guns and gear, and that is what I'm currently preparing for right now. I'm getting as many scavenging points saved here as I can, because you're able to donate materials to level up the stuff instead of taking the time to run them and do it that way. And so if I can, you know, get as many points here as I can to dump those in day one, that's going to help me out. So that's the main overview, I'd say. I can't decide. Let's do this one. But how's everybody doing? Welcome in. As per usual, if you enjoy my channel and the content, a like on the stream would be very appreciated. It helps the algorithm out. So thank you very much. But I hope everyone's had a good weekend. Hope those on PC or who have been able to access it have had fun with the PTS. What are we all thinking so far about the new stuff? I really just don't want to fight rogue agents. I don't know if they're actually nearby or if that's just there. Nope, they're definitely right there. Are they? No, that's okay. I don't know what's happening. Well, we have a new game mode to play through, Wayne, but I mean, you know, that's really what looter shooters are. You gain more power over time, you reuse some old content, you get some new content, so I don't know if it's really shocking to anybody at this point. I hope they add some new for solo players. Countdown looks cool and fun, but it's hard to get 8 players on a good day. Well, it's match made, Mark, and so, you know, considering it's going to be the hot new thing, I think you should have really no problem getting a full group right away once the update drops. And it's none of the stuff in there requires voice communication, so it's not like you have to overly rely on those other people. It's really just to deal with the amount of enemies that'll be coming at you. So I wouldn't stress too hard about it. There we go. Can I still catch this one? Probably. Nope, I'm in combat because of these stupid rogues that don't exist. Let's get this. Appreciate you, Delta. See you, man. Trying to get that league weak points, use the firefly mission in like 30 minutes. I'm not currently going for that bash, but I appreciate the advice. I'm doing convoys to get XP to get scavenging points saved up on my watch to dump into the expertise system when the update goes live. Well, I've been playing since first day of Division 1, Wayne, so I mean, think we're in the same boat, but, you know, I'm not invalidating how you feel about the game at all. Everybody grows out of things. It's all good. If you don't enjoy something, there's no reason to force yourself to play it, you know? We got 35 people in here. What's going on, everybody? I will catch up on chat in just a sec. Make sure I don't die here. Okay, caught one of your videos on the new stuff coming out and finally decided to start the Division 2. Nice. Played many hours of the first one. Well, I hope you're enjoying it or will enjoy, Anthony. Yeah, that's awesome. This is a good time to jump in. I'm going to make a video on that soon that's, you know, with all the compounding new systems that are going to be active at once. This is certainly a good time. So, yeah, if you ever have any questions, drop them in any of my comment sections or whatever. Good evening, Mythman. How you doing? No, Bash, I just don't really care to do that, to be honest. I know that's probably more efficient, but I don't know. I like keeping everything on my one character. Hopefully we can get some story updates and see what happened at the Feilau, more of a story mode player. Well, yeah, so what they're doing, Cloud, is that every season for year 4, because we're now in year 4, is going to, or every update, rather, is going to come with a new season, right? So just like after Warlords, we had seasons 1 through 4, we're about to start season 9, and then it'll go all the way through season 12. So we'll have 4 more, or at least a year's worth more a season. So yeah, we will absolutely be seeing what's happening next with the story. Love the game, just need more than what they're giving. This is the only game I played since pre-order. Yeah, well, unfortunately, Ubisoft has more often than not given them the short end of the stick in that regard. And so the current development team is much smaller than what it used to be. So I think they're doing about as much as they can at this point, and we'll see what they have planned for the full year, because as Yannick said on Twitter, this one update is not the full representation of everything they've been working on for the past 14 months, so it'll be cool to see the full picture. Dang. Well, that's not good. Have a broken shield right there. Okay. Listen, 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 people. Can't be dying like this. Then we got a lot of people chatting it up in here. Hope everybody is doing well. Sorry, we'll read those in just a sec after I clear this out.
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
I know who you are.
There we go. Rogue family, how you doing? Welcome in. With great looking badger. Would you like some? Honestly, this farm that I'm doing is easier solo than most things, so I'm probably good for now. And this also isn't going to be a terribly long stream, which I apologize about, but I've just been super busy doing all of the videos lately, and we got more coming out consecutively for the next few days. So this one I'm probably good on. I appreciate the offer, especially once the new update drops, though. We're definitely going to have to do a stream where we get a bunch of people in, since it's 8 players, so. Yeah, but I hope you are doing well, man. There are those emotes. Everybody, if you're curious where to get those emotes that Rogue Family is displaying there, you can check the link in the description and consider becoming a member. Ooh, this is a good one to do. Oh, these two are going to cross. Well, let's get that. Of course. Doing well. Glad to hear it, Mythman. I do hope they have a good cliffhanger for Div 3 because there will definitely be a Div 3 because Ubisoft milk their games. I mean, not for a few years, Bash, so I think it'll be a while before we get anything like that. As the beast of handgun? It is. Anthony, it is. So what kind of stuff should we be saving up for the new update? Because I've been hoarding everything on both characters are full. I mean, the thing that I'm doing right now, Mad, is saving up my scavenging points on the SHD watch. Because the expertise system allows you to donate materials if you want to skip the actual gameplay portion of upgrading, you know, the stuff. And so, if you want to be as prepared as you can in that regard, I would recommend doing this. Other than that, there's not a ton. You know, I don't know if caches are going to retroactively grant you the new stuff, but there's not going to be like so much new stuff that's going to be impossible to farm. You know, it's a few new guns, new gear set, exotics, so that's what I would say. Manny, how's it going? Curious about what happens after you basically max out weapons and gear, sets proficiency, so after that you upgrade tiers towards weapon, just level 10 proficiency. So I'm going to do a video on the expertise system when the update drops. Basically, the idea is that you can upgrade pretty much anything in your loadout to level 10, right? 10 proficiency. At that point, you then are given the ability to upgrade its power. And the amount of times you're allowed to upgrade it is how many expertise levels you have. And your expertise level is determined by how many things you have maxed out their proficiency on. So if I have 5 guns that are maxed out on their proficiency, then I would be able to, and let's say that gives me expertise level 2, that would allow me to upgrade those maxed out weapons to level 2. Or if I did everything in the game, then maybe I'm expertise level 20, then I can upgrade anything that's maxed out to level 20. So hopefully that clears it up a little bit. Tony, how's it going? Welcome. When are we going to be able to play this on PS4? The update will drop simultaneously across all platforms. I feel like people have forgotten what PTSs are. The update is not out. It is just currently being tested right now on test servers. It will release simultaneously on all platforms. We don't have a set date yet. I've said that if I had to guess, I would say May 3rd. But that could change. That could not be it. That's just my guess at this moment in time. Div 2 needs to be crossed by the Xbox and PlayStation. It would be very nice. It would. But, yeah, for sure when the update drops, we're going to do a big stream and play with everybody in there for Countdown. And it's convenient because it's 8 people, so, you know, usually when it's 4-man groups, we only have 1 or 2 open spots. Okay, can I actually hit this guy? Thank you. I'm curious, if you level up all 5 pieces of the gear, do I get 60% more weapon damage? No. So, the way it works, Bash, is that so weapons get damage as their power increase from the expertise thing. Armor pieces or gear pieces get armor. And skills get, you know, a relevant skill bonus, whether it's damage, healing, whatever. So, you would get, I don't know what the cap on the expertise stuff is. I've heard 20, but I'm not sure on that. So in theory, once you fully finish everything out, the maximum amount of damage you could get on one gun is 20. 20% more than what it is right now. And then armor will give you 20% more armor. All that type of stuff. I'm so dead. It's not even funny. Splinter? What's going on, man? I saw you in the PTS. I don't know if you knew it was me. We were doing jumping jacks next to you at the pilot. I saw you. What's up, Rogue? What's going on, music? I know we're getting Season 9 along with this update, but is there more seasons after that? Yeah, I mean, the assumption is that there will be Seasons 9 through 12. I mean, they haven't, like, said that verbatim, but it's pretty much confirmed that we're getting 4 full seasons throughout the year. So, yeah. Lots of stuff ahead. Of course, now they're all going to be despawned. So give me a chance to catch up, though. Nomad, how's it going? Yeah, no problem, Manny. What build am I running? I'm running this bad boy, which is great for this type of stuff. Zondak, hello. How are you? Stop chatting, get to killing. Well, we're here to chat. That's why I love the streams. Haven't been playing around with lots of Spire Technician builds in the PTS. Yeah. That's going to be interesting, to say the least. Are they going to address the skill stat specs in PvP Gold? Not in this first update, Zonak, but Yannick said that they are investigating that stuff along with the Shrapnel Trap for further updates in Year 4. Greetings. You remember. Well, there you go. Yeah, I was going to try and invite you, but I don't know what we were doing. Dang, hello? I'll try this. I usually get wrecked when I try to do this, though, with this build.
Hostile control point identified.
Nice, Manny. I do hope they nerf the status fire sticky. Yeah, me too. Yeah, goodbye to InSync indeed. It rained too long. It should have never worked like that, in my opinion. Scar, welcome in. How you doing? We got over 50 people in here. What's going on, everybody? Can't wait for it to be PS4, so thanks for the information. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no problem, Luminous. I'm glad you were able to find it. Have you been enjoying it? Read something before I get into this. The shrapnel traps didn't hit as hard in the PTS. Is that true, Bash? I have not actually... I didn't do any PvP yet. So if that's the case, that would be great. Certainly in Phase 2, I'll be doing that a lot more when they release the new gear. Yeah, pop those drones up. Thank you.
Hostiles detected.
I'm curious about Season 9 story. Wonder how they'll pick up from the cliffhanger. Yeah, I'm doubtful as to how much they're really gonna carry off of that, and I think they're just gonna kind of mostly head in a new direction with Natalia and everything. But we'll see. I honestly think it's going to be more of a continuation from Season 3 than Season 4, to be honest with you. The new system sounds like they're trying to just keep us occupied instead of new gameplay. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, but... Ooh. The two... Ooh. Well, goodness me. The two things are not really comparable in terms of development time, right? A lot of people wanted a level increase, and many people did not want that, so I think this is kind of their compromise to that. That there is more progression in the game, but you don't have to lose out on the stuff you already had. Instead, you get to work on it more. You know, whereas creating new missions is awesome, of course, but that takes a lot more time than adding in a new level up system. I just got the best notification on my phone. You guys can't even imagine. Anyway. Is the progression of the PTS transferring over to the main world? No. No, it is not, Scar. You do not. Your progress does not carry over, which is why I think people are like freaking out a little too much. I can tell who has been around for a long time and who hasn't, because this PTS procedure is very standard, but some people are freaking out, and they don't need to be. You are good, Luminous. Have you seen... I've seen DZ. I have not been on YouTube a lot recently, except for my own stuff. I've been very busy. So, but I'm sure if people are finding that stuff out, then the devs will get to it. You know, that's the whole point of the PTS. Yeah, it just kind of seems like that's where it's going to head, Splinter. If they weren't going to redo Phase Mission, which was, you know, people wondered at one point, myself included, it doesn't seem like they're going to go in that direction, though. So, unfortunately. Finessin'. How you doing? This update changes especially for PvP. When I play this around, I did 7. Yeah, good old Clutch Berserk. I'm just getting wrecked too. This is not what I wanted to do. I'm trying to wait for more convoys to spawn. Ah, goodness. Goodness me. Now we got 70 people in here. Hello, folks. Here we go. Although, I keep missing the mark. It's supposed to be further north. Favorite character in terms of story in the Division universe? That's a good question. It would either have to be Keener or April, I feel like. Yeah. I appreciate the shout, Rogue. Appreciate you a lot. I just wish they had added a new PvP map. Yeah, it'd be nice if we got a new, even just one new conflict map throughout the course of Year 4. We'll see. I think the Hunter would be cool, yeah. I'm doing good, Finesse, and been very busy with, you know, the PTS and everything popping up, but of course I'm more than happy that it's here, so it's a good kind of busy. Thank you for asking. Yeah, Barden's a good one too. You're right, you're right. They're spawned right here. Oh, that hipfire headshot though. Too good. Wait, I almost fast traveled out of there without getting the XP. That would have been silly. Dang, there's just not a lot of them spawning right now. Let's go to the base for a sec. I need to shoot a text off real quick. Okay. Thank you, Finesse, and appreciate it. When does the update come out? Sorry, it's been a while. No worries. They haven't set a date yet, but usually the PTSs take around 3 weeks, and then they take another 2 or so to finalize things. So my current guess is May 3rd, but that is not an officially communicated date. That's just my own prediction. Well, let's just go do a territory control or something. I don't know. Till they spawn more of these. I like the countdown vendor touch. Yeah, me too. I do too. Have to give us some interesting man on targets. Yeah. I'm interested to see what the new structure is going to look like. I think Heartland will be the division's new PvP. They're just going to focus on PvE now with Div 2. I mean, they're still going to do balancing stuff. So, as is evident with TU15. So, I'm appreciative of that. I think Killso's so involved because Manny's voice actor isn't coming back anymore, honestly. I think that's, the main reason. Is that they had to pick one of them to, carry the the stuff going forward, and a lot of people didn't like Manny from year 1, so there you go. Agent Rainbow has added me as a friend. Dang, the chat is blowing up, people. Welcome in. Don't want to miss anything. Do you think we are getting a new raid? I think yes, just to make those exclusive exotics. If I had to guess, I would say no, Manny. And that's not out of lack of not wanting one. I would love a new raid. But Massive was never the ones who made the raids. It was always Ubisoft Annecy, I want to say, a support studio. And considering the team size across all the studios now for the Division 2 is significantly smaller than it was back then, I just don't see it I don't see it being very likely as far as logistics go, unfortunately. Doesn't mean it couldn't happen. That would just be my guess. Jupiter's your favorite character. Well, that's an interesting pick. I like it, though. Can they climb ladders? While they're... Guess not. I think all the Div PvP loaders are back on Div 2 within a week, because Heartland doesn't have the DC room for our belt. We'll see. Okay, I really got to catch up here. Goodness. Hunter. Appreciate you, Scar. Oh, and Scar dropped a $2 super chat. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate your support like that and watching the videos, and I will certainly keep it up. So thank you, man. Really, thank you. You cleared on... Oh, you're right. I see. I'm so stupid. I always like subconsciously think about that, and then I don't reset them. Although a lot of them are... Yeah, these 3. Yeah, you're right. I'll reset it after this. Good call, good call. Wonder if Aaron Keener had more Rogue Agent Center's Thrall. I would assume, honestly. Oh, Graybeard is in here. See, I'm missing everything because I'm like way far up the chat. About to unplug for a bit. Wanted to say hello. Well, hello to you, sir. If anybody in here does not know, Graybeard is a wonderful fellow creator here in the Division space, and you should absolutely check him out. They can indeed climb the ladder. That's what I was wondering. How's it going with you, man? That's a good guess, Raptor. That is a good guess. I had not heard that theory, but I like that. I think Massive told Redstorm to take care of crane mode. Well, that's not really how the chain of command works, Nemesis. It's really all up to Ubisoft corporate, what studios are working on what. So, honestly, I think if the studios had their autonomy to choose that stuff, I bet Redstorm would have stayed in tandem with Massive to work on Division 2, honestly. But that is not what Ubisoft decided. All right, Sarge. Good to see you, man. Have a great night with the fam. Talk to you soon. I like now that OMG's finally got back to being more useful. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think the new set will absolutely be used for OMGs, and PvE especially, you know. So that'll be good. Okay, we got one there. Yeah, we'll do this, and then I'll reset the points, like Hoot reminded me. I was being dumb about that. Surrey, welcome in. How you doing? I'll let you know, because I know you're personally interested in it, that tomorrow morning is the videos coming out that talks about the new novel. So you can look forward to that. Wanted to do a video as soon as I saw it last week, but as you know, things have been crazy lately, so I still have a backlog of videos that I want to do that I've just not gotten around to yet. Ooh, I got it at the right spot here. Now I can go underground and just get the singular enemy spawn. Geronimo, welcome in. How you doing? That new gear set is OP AF. Maybe in PvE, I think people are overestimating its strength for PvP. It's going to be good. Do not get me wrong, but pulse resistance is a thing. And so if someone slaps on 3-piece y'all, and you have a maxed out specialization, you automatically have 90% pulse resistance, and that set is going to become not strong very fast. So absolutely, it is strong, don't get me wrong, but it has a very reasonable counter that people can put on pretty easy. So we'll see. Obviously, that's what the PTS is there for things to be tested out. Okay. Jesse, how you doing? Hello. We likely will not ever get a 24-player Dark Zone in Div 2, Geronimo, because the last generation of consoles just can't handle it with the increased, graphical fidelity and customization of Div 2, unfortunately. Yeah, that's a good point, Raptor. Curious what they do with system corruption. Yeah. Me too. I like that everyone's talking about Heartland here. I wish I could really say more, but alas. As excited as I am for the new Div 2 stuff, my excitement will be tenfold when we get some Heartland news. Not literally, of course, but I'm very excited for Heartland. Very, very, very. I do have a Heartland video coming out this week, probably on Tuesday, I think. So look forward to that. This is the best spot for this. My favorite spawn point in the whole game to get these guys in. Easy. Got a chance to play on the PTS. It was great. Can't wait to see it in action on console. Yeah, me too. Me too, Jesse. I'm very excited to try Countdown with my own character, my own, build, all that stuff. Especially once they retune the difficulty. I think it's going to be fun. Which of these do I want to go for? Get this one. Good to hear it, Jesse. But shotgun build me more, 20% damage. New backpack. Oh, I thought it was in a different spot entirely. Let me get up here a little bit. 20% damage with the new backpack buff, plus armor. What backpack are you talking about, Manny? Oh, opportunistic? Maybe. It depends on what brand that's on, honestly. Richard is our consistent Heartland monitor here in the chat. I love it. Would be cool for a new character that is a rogue agent, but the same goals. Yeah, I mean, I hope in Div 3 you get the choice of which side you want to join on. Okay, how long have we been going? Yeah, I said a little bit earlier, this is going to be a bit of a shorter stream just because I've been super busy, as you can tell, with videos coming out every day here. So I honestly wasn't sure if I wanted to do the stream at all, but I didn't want to fully ditch our Sunday night ritual, especially when the PTS dropped, so had to do it. But it will be a little shorter than normal. But we'll go for a little while more. So if there's any PTS stuff or anything at all you want to talk about, get it in now. And I'll just say it one more time, if you have not yet hit the like button, we're only 7 likes away from 50 likes. If you enjoy the stream and the content, I would very much appreciate it. But yeah, the PTS stream on Friday was insane. I had the most people watching of any stream ever. We had so many people that were excited for the new stuff. And we're going to do it again this Friday. When Phase 2 drops. Or I assume it's dropping on Friday. We'll see what day it actually drops on, but I plan to do another PTS stream when Phase 2 goes live. Sounds good, Sandy. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Have a great night. I've been away 6 months from Div 2, not really seeking much information on it, but Heartland sounds good. It's hard for me to say anything without saying too much, but I think anyone who is a fan at any point of PvP in the Division, or you just enjoy the Division's gameplay overall, is, you know, you gotta at least try it out. That's all I'm gonna say. It'd be a cool stamp between you and they're both sides of the same coin. Yeah, 100%. And I think they continue to blur the lines there with each, you know, new story and season we see in Div 2. Okay, those are almost done. Let me reset the control points. How do you like the new expertise and proficiency rank system? I'll be honest with you, Jonathan. When they first said it, or they first gave the article about it in the intelligence annexes, I was pretty meh to it. I was like, okay, it's another new progression system, you know, whatever. Whatever. But on the PTS, I actually kind of enjoy it. Like, it's kind of fun to have a new thing to go and do. You can see all the different proficiencies you gain with the different items you use. I like that it's gameplay based. You know, it's not just get XP. It's like using the stuff gets you the XP. You get your proficiencies. You can actually upgrade the power of each individual thing, like your favorite builds. So I'm actually enjoying it, to be completely honest. We definitely will have a brand new outfits and apparel line. Yeah. Yeah. There will be new apparel event. Basically, the stuff that we had in seasons 1 to 4 are going to be back. Ooh, Warhound convoys give you more, I think, than these. I just don't know a good spot to do it. Let's do this first, and we'll see where that one goes. Experience proficiency a bit expensive maybe, but I somewhat like the idea. Yeah, I only upgraded like one thing in the PTS so far just because I didn't like get very far with it. It seemed maybe kind of expensive because you have to pay for every level. And if, let's say the cap is 20, you're paying 20 times per item to get it maxed out. So, yeah, we're going to have to evaluate the cost as time goes on. I wish they had given us a way to interact with that more, because, you know, they basically just gave you the base version of it and said, here you go. And that's fine, but yeah, I think the costs is going to be something to keep an eye on. Will Netflix series work? If so, what? MC could be. I'm not sure what you mean, Raptor. Remind going directed for. Yeah, the expertise and proficiency rank almost feel like another Watchmen instead of. Yeah, I mean, it's basically another Keener Watch system, but instead of upgrading your character, you're upgrading your individual items and your builds, which I think is cool. Not really against NDA. Oh, here we go. I don't think that the amount of structures that you were allowed to access in Ezra's Pros, that's all I'll say about it. Yeah. You are very right, Richard. I mean, you can tell by the artwork that has been released for it. Heartland is going to be a very different setting than we're used to in the Division, and I think that opens the door for some cool new stuff. 100%. Why do they gotta spawn all the way back there, right by the control point? Just gotta make it hard on me, huh? Okay, that guy was glitching out.
Detecting additional hostile contacts.
All right, Kuroko, I will. Thanks for the feedback. This is PvE, by the way, Kuroko, not PvP. So, thanks. Was the material cap raised? Not that I know of, Anthony. I didn't specifically check that in the PTS, but they didn't say anything about it, so no, I don't think so. The new assault rifle is something I never heard about before. Yeah, the H, what is it, the T, I forget, it's like the TBHHK something, I don't know. But it looks cool, I looked up what it looks like, and it looks like a very, very neat gun, for sure. Oops, falling behind here. MC means main character, oh. Well, I mean, we're getting the Netflix film, right? So I don't know about a series, but I still like the idea of it being a backstory for Keener and having Jake Gyllenhaal be playing Keener. So we'll see. Artwork showed it also. Yeah. Zombie, what's going on? Hello. Very vibrant. Also love the colors. Screenshots look great. Yeah, and what's funny is that, like, everyone's like, "Oh, it looks like a kiddie game. There's too many colors." I think you can attest, Richard, that when you play the actual game, it's no more colorful than Div 2, you know. Besides the new update coming in Div 2 and Heartland, how excited for you for the upcoming movie? Are there any news on the movie? Yeah, I did a video ranking, like, my excitement for all the upcoming Division universe projects, and I put the movie as second behind Heartland, honestly. I'm very excited for the movie. Goodness. Yeah, very excited. I'm also excited for the new novel they just announced, but video on that tomorrow. There's been no real news lately. Honestly, the director is taking on a lot of other projects, so I'm a little worried about how long it's going to be before we actually see it, but he did tweet out a little update the other day saying that he just got out of, like, a script review meeting. So there's still work being done on it, absolutely. I just think it might take a little longer for them to film than we might have thought when he was talking about it a lot last year. I hear you coming up on me. Oh, that was clean.
Detecting additional hostile contact.
Oh, I forgot there's an extra wave because it's a elite. Alright, we'll go for another 20 minutes or so, see where we're at then.
Hostile broadcast detected.
Dang it, I thought that was it.
Detected.
Okay, I gotta hit one of these dudes. There we go. I'll catch up on the chat in just a sec, folks. Okay. Looks like an AK bullpup. Yeah, basically. The Groza. Yeah, they could have the Groza at some point. That'd be cool. How dare you use skills and assets in the game properly? I have no faith in that film. Video films are correct. I'll say this. You're right that there is a bad reputation there, but The Division is a much more grounded concept than many of the games that attempt to have movies made about them. You know what I mean? So it all depends on how they portray it, but I think it could be very much more authentic than other ones. Backstory for Keener. Yeah, there's a zombie. There's been a theory floating around ever since they announced it, really, that because we know the lead actor is Jake Gyllenhaal, there have been theories that he is going to play Keener, and it's like a backstory leading up to Keener going rogue, which I think could be cool. Noticed any other changes to other named gear besides the big stuff? Not really, John. I wasn't specifically looking at the PTS so far, but they haven't communicated any other balancing changes like that, so nothing yet. Solo conflict is hard. All depends on your build, zombie. AN94, that'd be cool, yeah. When is the PTS for console? There is not going to be a PTS on console. Yeah, as Jonathan was saying there. Do you think we're gearing up for a Division 3 announcement next year? Only way I see that happening is if a different studio is making it, Morrow. So personally, I think we're going to be waiting a few years for that until Massive wraps up with Star Wars, and then the bulk of that team will move back to Division. So I personally don't see it coming out until 2026, 27. But again, if they give it to another studio, then it could be a lot sooner, and yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Jesse, it's unfortunate, but basically it's because Microsoft and Sony have such a long verification process that it makes them very hard to release quick updates to the PTS, because they do like an update every week to the PTS, and to do that on console, it's very difficult to turn that into Microsoft or Sony, have them verify it, and get it out in time. It ends up causing a lot of delays in the process, unfortunately. The fact that the Darflu can legit happen opens for a good story. Exactly, Richard, exactly. If Jake is Keener, I mean Evan. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. I agree, Eugene. I agree 100%. They're very respectable actors. I'm just hoping that we're not going to eventually hear that one of them is signed off, because they've been tied to it for like a long time, right? I think even before Rawson was announced. They've been signed on for like years. And so yeah. It kind of concerns me that one day we're going to hear one of them bounces, but I'm hoping not. Where'd this guy go? Hello.
Detecting additional
I'm glad everybody's talking so much. I'm sorry I'm still behind. I'll get more caught up after this one. Named at him. There goes the shield. Okay, that was maybe a little unnecessary.
Serious trauma detected.
Goodness me. Alright, last guy, and then I can catch up with the chat. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it'd be a cool line indeed. Ooh, I will take those. 1,000,000%. Nice. Yeah, that'd be a cool line indeed, Zombie. The director's division fan plan. Yeah, it gives me some faith there too. Definitely there'll be Division 3 for sure. Yeah, I think there will be one. I just think it's going to be a while, unfortunately. Why is system corruption so hard to find? Because it's DZ exclusive, Jesse. The only places to get are in the DZ or from named what are they called? Legacy caches, I think, where you get like past season stuff because it was a part of season 1. So yeah. They did it once before, and it was so much work and it was a mess. Yeah, the console PTS, yeah. Which is unfortunate that that's the way it is, you know. What would be cool is if you can go rogue on Countdown. Yeah, some people have floated that. That would be interesting. Well, we'll see what they do throughout year 4, Morrow, you know. We'll see what kind of plans they got. If it were up to me, I would have had them start work on Div 3 many years ago, so... You don't have to convince me of anything. Make a next gen only. Would have been so good. I feel like I've been hearing their names attached for at least 2 years now. Yeah, it's been a while. But, you know, nothing's changed officially, so. Did you get a piece inside a crate? Oh, yeah, for that. What weapons should they... Do they need to buff besides Master, or what should nerf it? What weapons need to be buffed? Oh, a lot. I don't know. There's like always weapon balancing that can happen. I'll say this. At least in PvE, I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. Like, you can use a lot of stuff and do well with it. But, I don't know. In PvP, there's a lot of the lower... It's always the lower RPM guns that suffer, right? Although people use the AK, so I don't know. I honestly don't think a lot of guns need to be nerfed. To be honest with you. I think they'll work on 3 when Star Wars comes out. I agree 100%, Nemesis. Heartland will have lore, just remember that also. Yeah, I'll be curious, Richard, to see what they do with... Because you gotta imagine there's gonna be like seasons, you know, similar to Warzone or Fortnite or whatever. I'll be curious to see how they handle that stuff. Still reading the newest book, and dang, it's good. It is. Yes, it is, Zombie. And they just announced a sequel to it, which I will do a video on tomorrow. Rabbit, hello. I'm doing great. Very busy, but doing great. How about you? What are your thoughts on the shield nerf that you saw on the PTS shield nerf dev in PvP? I'm a little curious as to why they chose to do it for PvE. I'm guessing it's because... I don't really know, to be honest with you. But the devs often have a pretty good grapple on what they deem acceptable in PvE. as far as like their ideal, you know, time it takes to complete content. And so Intimidate and the shield must have been something that they felt was out of line for that. So I don't have as much insight on that as I do PvP stuff, honestly. Recruiter's really good, yeah. It will basically make shield builds in PvP useless, or in PvE. I don't think they'll be useless. I think you can still, you'll still see shield setups, and people will just get rid of the shields before they break to avoid that disorient. So I don't think it ruins them. It just makes them certainly more situational. I'm gonna do a few more comments before I kill that guy. Splinter, you saw that they announced a new book, right?
Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles.
Need to move on. Got us in a crossfire.
I recommend trying it out, Eugene. I've enjoyed it a lot so far. I said this in my video today, but it's a very like Battlegrounds type experience, you know? Quick, intense, lots of enemies, lots of action. And yeah, I've enjoyed it. Have a good one, Rabbit. Appreciate you stopping in.
Incoming hostiles detected. Immediate medical assistance.
Oh, I thought I could stick it. Not quite.
Agent down.
Goodness, I'm still missing chats.
Civilians in danger.
But I absolutely love that everybody comes in here to talk Division. Not to brag, but I think this has got to be one of the liveliest Division stream chats in the community. Am I wrong? Which is no, you know, no, saying nothing bad about anyone else, but I appreciate you guys a lot. With Scalar to look like Ether doing hopefully different 3. Yeah, hopefully they incorporate that for sure. I'm interested to see what the IP is that it's being used on at Stockholm. Oh, on PS5 and 60 FPS to make a huge difference. Yeah. It makes a huge difference. Absolutely, Manny. Shield Splinter, no nerf. Honestly, it needs a buff. Splinter, no offense. But I think it needs a bit of a buff. I think it's just that it's the F2000. Optimus is great. That is perfect. Optimus is like already great. But I just think the F2000 needs a little bit of a buff. Because I'd love to use that gun. It looks awesome. Like, it's fantastic looking. Maybe new lore with a new map. Yeah, or maybe they do, like, open up new sections of the map over time. I don't know. Yes, they did, Zombie. They did. Have they announced anything? For what? Nymph? For Div 2? For Heartland? For what? I want a sequel to Hearts on Fire. Yeah, it was a very interesting, you know, thing they did with that. So I'd be curious to know if they're going to do more. All right, you did see it. Good, Splinter. Good. I'm excited for that. 100%. What side armor are you using? I'm using the Regulus, which you can only get from the Iron Horse raid. Exotic. It's quite good. Still trying to make an Intimidate system corruption build. Well, be careful with Intimidate because they're about to change it, so you better be sure you're okay with using it with the new functionality. But I'm seeing the devs saying they're building the future Division 2 in the long run. Yeah, I think they are. I need to get an audible version because I'm too busy reading right now the current book. I think they released the audiobook on, yeah, Amazon, which is... Wait, is Amazon Audible? I don't know. But yeah, I think it's out there, Splinter. Try using the Liberty. I'll get on that, Kuroku. I will get on that. When is Phase 1 PTS ending? Reaper, it should approximately be this Friday. I think is when Phase 2 should kick off. Unless anything changes. Well, you know, it's all about preference, Richard. I'm with you. I love third person. But I can appreciate first person, too. Somebody was in the comments of my latest video saying, oh, I don't understand why anyone would choose Division PvP over the far superior PvP games out there. And then they said, there's Battlefield 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2042, Rainbow Six, COD. I'm like, well, you're right. Those are all great games. They're also all first person. And it's all just about preference. So I like third person. I like first person too, but third person always
Incoming hostiles detected.
holds a special place in my heart. Do you feel Countdown skews towards DPS builds I haven't put much time into? That's a good question, Eugene. I honestly should have talked about that in my thoughts video. Okay, goodness me. Does it skew towards DPS builds? Well, I'll tell you what. Hunters in Div 2 make running skill builds very hard because of how often they EMP. I think tank build, it's going to depend on when they increase the difficulty, what things feel like. Because it's very possible that it might be more efficient to run a tank or run something that can give some team buffs to more effectively take out all the enemies in front of you. So yeah, I'm going to say currently maybe, but it's really going to have to wait until the rebalance to get a full scope picture of it. But that's a good question. Alright, we'll go for a few minutes more here. Do you think we will get a survival game mode in Div 2? Nothing like, what's random? Something similar? I do not, Unknown, because I think that Heartland is going to tackle that exact type of thing, and I don't think they want to create any inter-franchise competition like that. Oh, goodness. That didn't hurt at all. Yeah, I love that they got Katie Sackhoff for that, for Hearts on Fire. That was great. But I'll be honest, that seemed like a little bit more of a one-off than Recruited. But I'd love to be wrong. I would love for them to do another one. Is the update worth playing again as a long term? It's a hard question to answer, Dan, because I don't know what you're trying to get out of the experience. Is the update anything revolutionary? No. Is it fun? I think it's fun. Does the new gear and exotics look enticing to you? They look enticing to me, so I'm going to want to go after those. Yeah, so it's very dependent on you as a player and what you're looking to get out of it, I suppose. As a long-term player, the expertise system is certainly going to be enticing to want to keep up with for the long term. So there's a lot of considerations there. Yeah, I agree, Richard. I like to be able to see my character and do customization that way. What was I just looking at? What's a good pistol build? This one, Luminous, which I did a video on, and I can link it at the end if you want it. Although this is going to maybe change when they implement the Intimidate and Shield changes, so yeah. First person is only useful for aiming down sights. You have crossplay, or at least mine. I'm with you, man. It would be great. Unfortunately, they said it's going to be very hard to do at this point for Division 2 because of the way the infrastructure is set up. And doing it would probably take a lot away from developing new content and stuff. But I think we can almost count on Heartland having it at launch. So that's a good thing. Are you worried that the new gear set might be a bit too OP in PvP and they get nerfed shortly after it's released? Well, if they do any nerfs, it's probably going to be before the PTS ends. That's usually how that goes if they end up doing it. The one exception I did point out to someone in my comments today is that when Hunter's Fury was announced, everybody thought it was insanely OP, and they never changed it. So, really, it's just going to depend on how how Phase 2 goes. On paper, I think it has a reasonable enough counter in pulse resistance that they don't need to necessarily nerf it. But it's impossible for one person to know how thousands are going to use it in context. So, we'll see. For the love of the players, please give us some Heartland stuff, yeah. I'll say this, Richard. I know that they're continuing to work very hard on it to make it the best thing it can be at launch. Luckily, Ubisoft is not rushing out the door and giving them the time to make it as best it can be. So, yeah, I don't know how much longer the wait's going to be, but I know it's going to be good at launch. Didn't unlock the pass for classified missions. Are they worth it? If that's the only... well, I mean, that is pretty much the only thing you get in the Year 1 pass at this point. I don't think so, Brandon. They're fun missions, don't get me wrong, and they have some really cool, unique areas, but you can't replay them at higher difficulties other than story. So you're basically just doing it to get the experience of seeing the locations, and so if that's worth the money to you, then go for it, but that's about all you're getting.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Hey, what's up, Johnny? Can you do me a favor, Johnny? And it's going to be hard for me to explain it. I did a video in January, so it's about 2 months old, where it talked about, the title is how to prepare now for the new update with like the expertise system and stuff. Can you find that video and link it in the chat for me? Because in it I show both this build and what I'm doing right now. And I would love for some people to be able to see that, and a few people have asked. So if possible, linking that would be phenomenal. Thank you in advance. Okay, I'm going to finish this convoy and then catch up on all the chats and probably sign off. Because as I said, this is going to be a shorter one. I still got a lot of stuff I got to get to tonight, so yeah, but don't worry, I will see what everyone has been saying. There we go. We got a lot of points, to be fair. What did we get to? Almost 700. I will take it. Okay. I still yet to see something revolutionary breakthrough. If 3 isn't going to happen. Imagine this if we have brand skill into where you're fighting PvE1. Yeah, that'd be pretty intense, Manny. Don't know if you covered this earlier, but what kind of build do you recommend for Countdown? Looks like something with a Revive 5Ys. Honestly, it's pretty open, Eugene, because you're basically just tackling different... It's basically the equivalent of, like, summit objectives in this more intense mode. I think gun builds are going to be nice for the speed of them. You can run around and get a lot of stuff off. Hunter's Fury is going to be good. Probably the new gear set is going to be good. Striker is going to be good. There's certainly a lot of options. So yeah, again, we'll have to see what it feels like once they do the rebalance. I think the Vector 45 should hit a little harder. Maybe, Jesse. I could probably get with that. Yeah, I think it's going to do very well, more than people realize. Yeah. All depends on how they market it, honestly. I mean, not all depends, but it's going to be a big factor. Definitely going to try and hack that new gear set and headshot pulse ability. It's going to be fun, Zombie, that's for sure. We'll also say that Heartland is in good hands. They're working down. Yeah. That's all you're going to say, Splinter? Really? No, I'm over the moon that Red Storm is getting their chance at a solo project in the Division world. And yeah, I think you couldn't ask for many better people to be working on it. Which exotics are you most excited about, and what are you going to be testing first? Most excited about that mask. The Catharsis is going to be insane in PvP. I'm telling you right now. I don't necessarily think it needs to be nerfed, but I just think it's going to be a you know, widely ran item. But I'm very excited for that. I'd rather Heartland come out right after. Yeah, 100%. I think it's going to. No, man. A mode I've played as Hunter, then Veil the World of Others. The joke mode that someone put out that was fake a while ago about, like, Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th with 1 Hunter and 7 agents, I still think that would be a very cool mode. Even though it was totally a BS post. That would be a cool mode. EK1 was very disappointed in the new content. Well, that doesn't surprise me in the least, Sci-Fi. Vector 9mm SPR heavily underused. I don't know about heavily underused. A lot of people use that thing in PvP. I don't like Countdown out for solo players. I just don't really see the argument there. You can matchmake for it. None of the content in there is going to require voice communication. It's all very simplistic objectives. So I don't know. And you can take it on solo if you want to. It allows you to go in by yourself. So I don't know. I see it as being kind of the best solution to please the entire player base. The people who like group content, the people who like solo content, all that stuff. Of course, Eugene. Thank you very much for those kind words. I appreciate you. And I will do my best to keep doing it. Biggest question yet. Did you see the slap at the eye? How could I not, Unknown? Yes, I saw it. I saw it indeed. That's because it was overly used in day 1 until it got a 15% base damage nerf. Oh, yeah, the Vector. Hey, is that the... Thank you very much, Johnny. Is that the... Let me just check, make sure this is the right... Oh. Okay, I think we're still good. Yeah, thank you for linking that. Yeah, if anyone wants to see this build I'm using, where I explain it more and see kind of what I was doing in this stream to get ready for the expertise system, check that out. 100%. And thank you for fetching that, Johnny. I'm pissed that Sam Jackson... We need an option where you could change... Well, you can do pretty much everything except that at the barber, so... You know. Yeah, that's a good point, Johnny. I'll pin it. Although I am about to end this because I have a lot of work I still need to get to tonight. Both with YouTube and other things, so... I'm just gonna... Well... If anyone wants to talk about anything else, send it in now. We're in the last few minutes here of the stream. Unfortunately, I wish I could go longer. Which exotics are you most excited about? Yeah. Yeah, as I said, I'm most excited to try out the Catharsis Hunters. And then what do I think is going to be behind Countdown? It won't be the mask, because I think every season usually does one gear piece and one weapon, right? So let's see. I think it'll be the Dread Edict, if I had to guess, because the blue screen is Black Tusk themed-ish, and that seems to be maybe what the season will be about. And the Catharsis, I also think, will be in the season. So if I had to guess, it would be the Dread Edict. See you, Richard. Thank you for tuning in, as always. And we'll see you next time. See you, Splinter, as well. Thank you very much, man, for tuning in. I just hope Ubisoft Scalar is usable in previous titles. I doubt it, Raptor, personally. I am at almost 700 with mine, but you got a good start there, no man. And the highest you can get it before it comes out, that's going to work to your advantage. Slayeth, what's going on? Unfortunately, you're joining in right towards the end. I got a lot of stuff to do tonight. Well, you didn't miss everything. You're here at the end. I appreciate you tuning in. You can always watch the VOD. We did talk about a lot of good stuff tonight, honestly. But I appreciate you stopping in. If you have anything you want to say it now. We're still here for another minute or two. Just ready for Div 3, the true next-gen game. Yeah, me too. Me too, Adam. Healing-wise, is there any major changes? They said they fixed the repair trap to make it heal more, Nymph, but other than that, not much that I'm aware of. So with the expertise, are they going to up the difficulty or gives legendary raids? That was my question when they first announced it, Hood, and they have not really said anything about increasing the difficulty, so at this point I'm under the impression that there won't really be many changes, which is maybe questionable. I hear a good deal of airsofters want to do a Division-styled event. I'm so down for that. That'd be cool, Brandon. Tag me on that on Twitter if that happens. I want to see that. I'm not into the new game mode, but Exotics look badass. They do. They do. Thank you, Manny. Thank you very much. Is the update going to affect those that aren't SHL 1000 of those that were? No, I mean, nothing will be different between the two. If anything, it's better to join in now and start doing that because you'll be able to level the two up simultaneously, you know? So, yeah. What do you play on PlayStation? I do not have a PlayStation, Slayeth. I'm on Xbox now. That's my main platform. And then I have a laptop that I'm doing the PTS off of, but it's not the best. See you, Jesse. Thank you very much for tuning in. It'd be cool if you can customize weapons taking them apart, make something new. Totally. I'd be up for that. Hey, well, I appreciate you, Eugene. Thank you for the good questions and comments throughout. And yeah, this is the best community on this channel, so I'm glad you recognize that as well. Chicago, where can I get a glass cannon chess piece? Just go to a targeted chess piece zone. So right now it's over here. And just farm till you get it, and then dump it in your bank, and you'll be able to re-roll that on any piece in the future. Get me, how you doing? We are about to close the stream out, unfortunately, but I appreciate you stopping in. Good to see you. The sadist. Ooh. Dang, I dropped everything on the ground. Why am I full? Did I open that many things? I guess I did. Ooh, a maxed out armor repair mod. Good stuff. Nice. Called epic, it would be above legendary. People have talked about that before. They have. I was reading Reddit today on Countdown. There were a lot of upvotes and downvotes. Currently, the biggest negative against the new game mode is having 8 players. Yeah, I mean, you know, people are going to have their own opinions. I love it, but I'm also someone who loves raids, so I'm a big fan of the intensity and chaos that 8 people bring. But, you know, anybody who says otherwise isn't wrong. It's their own opinion. Okay, I finally caught up to the end of the current chat. So I will say thank you all very much for tuning in to our usually scheduled Sunday stream. I apologize to cut it short, but because I've been doing so many videos lately, I do have a lot of stuff I still need to get to this evening. I appreciate you all tuning in. I'll say one more time, if you want a little more context on what I was doing in the stream to prepare for the expertise system, check out that pinned video in the comments here. Links to one that I did a little while ago. And yeah, PTS Phase 2 should drop at the end of this week. We'll do another PTS stream when it does. Until then, I have videos coming up at least the next 3 days in a row. Probably 4. probably with the stream on the 5th. So we got a lot more stuff coming. And I appreciate you all continuing to tune in and all that stuff. I'm glad you stopped by as well, Get-Me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I agree, Brandon, but not everyone sees it that way, unfortunately. So, yeah. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in and sticking around. Choke, Nomad, Brandon, Get-Me, Raptor, Jonathan, Sci-Fi Chicago, Eugene, Luminous, Jesse, Slaith, Manny, Surrey, everybody that was in here earlier. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And yeah, next time I will be live, we'll be on Phase 2 hits, probably on Friday. I would assume that's when it's going to be. Until then, there'll be plenty of videos. So yeah, hope you enjoy. Thank you all so much. I think that's about all I got to say. I'm going to start repeating myself. So yeah, until the next one, guys, Rogue Gold out.